Since you started trying to ruin my life, I have changed. But you know what that changed? Anger. I needed to get angry. My entire life has hurt me the way you hurt me. And it is so funny to hold me down. All you did was unlock the side of me that is capable of destroying you.
Lyra Valkyria vows not to let Becky Lynch poison the Intercontinental title at Money in the Bank. The war between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch has reached a new level. What started as mutual respect between two proud Irish warriors has turned into a battle of values, identity, and legacy. And now, with the WWE Intercontinental Championship at the center of the storm, the stakes have never been higher. Becky Lynch wants to make history at Money in the Bank, eyeing the Intercontinental title as her next prize. But Lyra Valkyria has other plans. She refuses to let Becky poison the title with what she calls arrogance, ego, and hypocrisy. This isn't just a title match, it's a war for the soul of Irish wrestling. Let's dive into everything you need to know about the tension boiling between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch, the deeply personal feud that led to this, and why Lyra says she will not let Becky rewrite the legacy of the Intercontinental Championship. How we got here. It all began with admiration. Lyra Valkyria made her name in NXT with grace, power, and poise. Her rise was slow but deliberate, earning fans respect with every step. And standing above her as an inspiration was always Becky Lynch. In countless interviews, Lyra named Becky as her idol. As a fellow Irishwoman who fought through everything WWE threw her way, Becky symbolized what was possible. And then, in a historic moment in 2023, the two stood side by side in the ring. Becky raised Lyra's hand after a match that symbolized a passing of the torch. It felt like the start of something beautiful. But things change. Fast forward to 2025, and Becky Lynch's demeanor has shifted. After WrestleMania 41 and a series of controversial decisions, including alliances with backstage figures and violent attacks on fellow superstars, Becky has evolved. Or as Lyra puts it, Becky's fallen. And now, she's set her sights on something she's never held before, the Intercontinental Championship. Becky's title chase. When WWE announced the Intercontinental Championship would become gender-inclusive starting in 2025, the landscape changed dramatically. It was seen as a revolutionary moment, one that opened the doors for women like Becky Lynch, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and yes, Lyra Valkyria, to chase one of WWE's most prestigious titles. Becky wasted no time. On the post-WrestleMania Raw, she cut a fiery promo. "I've been Raw Women's Champion. I've been SmackDown Women's Champion. I've headlined WrestleMania. But there's one thing I've never done, and it's time. I'm coming for the Intercontinental title. I'll make it matter again." It was bold, ambitious, and controversial. Becky went on to defeat several male and female opponents in a gauntlet match to become the #1 contender. And the title match was made official for Money in the Bank. But standing in her way, none other than the reigning Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. Lyra's title defenses and pride. Lyra Valkyria won the Intercontinental Championship in April, defeating Chad Gable in a stunning upset. Since then, she's taken on all challengers, male and female, and proved that she's a fighting champion. Each defense came with pride. She called herself a guardian of the title's legacy, stating, "This isn't just a belt. This is the story of warriors, of people who fought through darkness to rise. I will not let that history be tarnished." And while she respects Becky Lynch's past accomplishments, Lyra has grown critical of what Becky has become. In a recent backstage interview, Lyra didn't mince words. "The Becky I grew up admiring is gone. The Becky I see now. She walks through the locker room like she owns the place. She picks fights, attacks from behind, and acts like this industry owes her. And now, she wants my title." Lyra continued, "Not on my watch. I will not let her poison the Intercontinental Championship with her entitlement. She doesn't fight for honor anymore. She fights for ego. That's not what this title is about." Tension explodes on Raw. The two met face-to-face on WWE Raw just 2 weeks before Money in the Bank. It wasn't a match. It was a confrontation. Becky entered the ring with her usual swagger, mic in hand, as fans chanted, "The man." But Lyra didn't wait for an invitation. She stormed down, eyes locked with fire. Becky, look who finally decided to speak up. I paved the road you're walking on, Lyra. And now that I'm coming for gold, suddenly you've got a problem. Lyra fired back. You paved the road, or did you detour from everything you once stood for? You're not fighting for legacy, Becky. You're fighting to feed your own legend. But legends built on ego, they crumble. Becky smirked. You think you can stop me? You think heart alone will do the job? And Lyra answered with a sentence that shook the entire arena. I'm not just here to stop you. I'm here to protect what you've already forgotten, why we fight in the first place. The crowd erupted, and just like that, the match at Money in the Bank became must-see. The war of promos. In the days that followed, both women began launching promos from their own corners of the battlefield. Becky Lynch took to Instagram Live. Lyra's scared. That's the truth. She sees me coming, and she knows deep down, I'm better. I've wrestled main events on 3 hours sleep, carried a division when no one else could, and took bullets so girls like her could even be Intercontinental Champion. She ended the promo with a chilling line. Lyra, you can run your mouth. But at Money in the Bank, your time's up. This title's coming home with the man. Lyra responded in a pre-taped video backstage. You can carry a division and still drop the ball. You can be the loudest voice in the room and still be saying nothing. I'm not intimidated by your legacy, Becky. I'm redefining mine, and that title will stay with me, because I fight for it, not through it. She concluded with, the Intercontinental title isn't a prop. It's a promise, and I will not let you corrupt it. Locker room divided. This feud hasn't just divided fans, it's divided the WWE locker room. On one side, veterans like Natalya and Sami Zayn support Becky. Natalya tweeted, Becky's earned everything she has. If she wants to be IC champion, I say let her. Sami added, this isn't about ego, this is about evolution. Becky's chasing greatness, but others are backing Lyra. Shotzi said, Lyra's heart is in the right place. She's a real champion, not just someone trying to complete a checklist. Even Rhea Ripley, despite past rivalries, voiced respect. Lyra's got guts, and she's right. This isn't just about who's more famous. It's about what this title represents. The locker room is buzzing. Tensions are high, and it all leads to one explosive night. Predictions and stakes. The WWE Universe is torn. Some believe Becky Lynch will win and bring new prestige to the Intercontinental Championship, completing yet another chapter in her legendary career. Others argue that Lyra Valkyria retaining would protect the integrity of the title and symbolize a new era led by discipline, respect, and quiet strength. But make no mistake, the stakes couldn't be higher. If Becky wins, she becomes the first woman to hold the IC title under the new rules. If Lyra wins, she cements herself as the torchbearer of the modern generation. If either woman loses, it could drastically alter their trajectory heading into SummerSlam. For Becky, it's about cementing history. For Lyra, it's about defending honor. Final words from Lyra. Just days before Money in the Bank, WWE aired a sit-down segment with Lyra Valkyria. No music, no drama. Just her words. With her championship resting on her lap, Lyra looked into the camera. Becky, I want you to listen carefully. I'm not fighting you because I hate you. I'm fighting you because I remember who you were, and I refuse to let that person destroy what I'm building. She continued, you walked so I could run. But now you're standing in my way. You're trying to rewrite the rules, turn this title into another notch on your belt. I won't allow it. Her voice grew sharper. At Money in the Bank, this isn't just a match. This is the moment I prove that legacy isn't just built with moments, it's built with morals. And when the bell rings, I'll show the world why I deserve to be champion. She stood up slowly, draped the title over her shoulder, and said one final thing. You can call yourself the man, Becky, but at Money in the Bank, I'll remind you what it means to be a warrior. This match isn't about good versus evil. It's not about veterans versus newcomers. It's about philosophy. It's about the heart of competition. It's about whether fame should ever overshadow honor, and whether legacy can truly survive ambition. At Money in the Bank, the Intercontinental Championship won't just be on the line, it will be on trial. Will Becky Lynch walk out as the new champion and rewrite history? Or will Lyra Valkyria rise, defend